ABC News, this is Today's Take. Live from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
As the saying goes, you never get a second chance to make a first impression, and it's especially important when you're on a job interview, at a business meeting, or even on a blind date.
So here with the no-fail secrets to mastering the art of a first impression, communications expert and author of Scrappy, Terri Sjodin. Terri, good to see you.
Thank you. So nice to be back. I appreciate it.
So you got a little quiz for us here.
Yes. So one of the questions that always comes up is, how do I make a great first impression? And then how much time do you have to make a great first impression? And there was a recent article in Forbes magazine which suggests you only have 7 seconds to make a great impression. So to reveal what they're looking for, we thought we'd give you a little word puzzle and give you a sense of what 7 seconds feels like.
Okay.
Ready? Go.
Rhythmist.
Thoroughly, okay.
Wow, 7 seconds goes fast.
I know, right? It's fast.
Yeah.
So the word that we're looking for here is actually trustworthy. And so what they're assessing when they're determining whether or not you're making a positive first impression are 2 elements, your warmth and your competence. So the first question that comes up is, well, how do I express warmth and competence in 7 seconds? And the key to that is really to just try to find a way to really connect, because through connection, that's how they assess trustworthiness. So a way to get there quicker is, before you even walk into a meeting, do a little Scrappy homework. See what you can find out about that person, a little about their hobbies, their interests, any personal, right? Elegant stalking would be really helpful.
Something to talk about.
Right. So you have something to talk about, and then what that shows them is, wow, this person really did their homework. They made an extra effort, and so now I'm feeling a little more comfortable,
But
and that leads to a good impression.
line?
Such a great point. There really is a fine line. So again, like we kind of talked about last time, don't scare the bunny. Don't go too far. Let's just kind of keep it, what I say, classy and scrappy.
Okay, so let's start with a blind date.
All right, so same thing happens. People say, well, what if I'm in a blind date situation? How do I make a great first impression?
Wine helps.
Wine always makes me. The key word here is to smile. And when you display your smile, you really are showing people that you're kind of genuinely interested in being there. Now, there's a fake smile, and there's actually a sincere or genuine smile. As research has actually suggested that having a genuine smile makes a big difference when crafting a great first impression. So what we thought we would do is dig into your Instagram files.
Again, here's the creepiness.
And find, now this would be called what we would call a fake smile scenario.
Well, I'm with Big Bird, for God's sake.
I'm in a grocery store, so.
I want you to understand, I don't think that you're being fake, but what it's saying is this is what we would call a forced or a say cheese smile, where somebody's asking you to do it. And so what you'll notice here is that you're always seeing the bottom layer of your teeth, right? You see the bottom of your teeth. You also see these very wide eyes, and then you don't get the kind of those little crow's feet on the sides. Without those, you don't kind of get that sense of that authentic, genuine vibe. Now, let's look at another photo where you'll actually see a much more genuine smile. Now, I love this picture of you guys. You look beautiful here.
Yours looks fake.
And you'll see.
Actually, Calvin's looks fake.
The genuine crow's feet. You don't see that bottom layer of teeth. You really get a sense of warmth and a genuine quality.
Closed.
Yes, and the reason that this is really important in a dating scenario is that researchers from the University of California suggest that a genuine smile can also determine outcomes in marriage and overall well-being. So something to think about.
Okay, how about a job interview?
Right, so in a job interview, the question that comes up often is, how do I sit in a job interview? So we have these lovely Today Show models who will be illustrating 4 different positions that you might use when sitting in a job interview. So I want the 2 of you to look at these 4 models and assess which you think leaves the best first impression.
I've sat like this in a job interview, so that's how I would go.
Okay, so you both are going to pick out. Right. All right. So interesting choice. Now, according to an article in Psychology Today magazine, Daniel actually is displaying the best position to craft a great first impression. He's sitting up straight, almost as if there's a string that pulls from his spine through his head. Now, I would totally agree with you. My first instinct would be to pick Ellie as well. She seems like she's leaning forward. She's engaged in the conversation. That might be a first pick. But anything too much of anything is a mistake. So if
Right.
you're leaning too far forward, it could be overeager. Leaning too far back would be considered a little cold or off-putting. If somebody is arms are crossed, that means that they're closed off, not really being attentive.
Okay,
Okay.
a business meeting.
Business meeting. So now the big question here is, where is the best place to sit in a business meeting? So in this scenario, Al, what I want you to do is imagine you're the head of the meeting, and Dylan, you are the second in command. So where
would
would
we
you
sit?
sit if you got to pick
Well,
in this
first I'd see
scenario
where
to
Al is
create a
sitting.
great first impression?
I
Hey there. How are you?
oh, curveball there.
That's it.
Oh my gosh, you guys are cracking me up. Okay.
I'd go here.
I guess
Perfect.
I would.
Actually, according to an article in Psychology Today magazine, Al, you have picked the power position, the head of the table. Dylan, you have picked the flanking position for second in command. That would mean that you're in direct earshot of the head of the table. Another opportunity might be to just sit here in the center, which kind of creates a sense of communion. So all of these are just illustrations to consider when you're looking to make a wonderful first impression in your next opportunity.
Terry, thanks so much.
Oh my gosh, it's been a pleasure.
All
Thanks
right.
for having
Thank you.
me.
Let's do a little wetter now.
That's why you picked that seat.
There you go.